You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Never die. 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 Never die.
Fuck you.
All right. It is Tuesday. This is coming out on Wednesday. I am talking with a special guest, but before I get into that, I want to thank Jon Andersen's Thrive Body Transformation Program. Look, if you're trying to lose weight, get in shape, get your shit straight, I'm talking about really get a grip on your life. You can easily fucking do this with Jon Andersen's Thrive Body Transformation Program. Just use code AR. Just mention the Angry Dad, and he'll take care of you. That's Jon Andersen's Thrive. Lose weight, feel great, get in shape with Jon Andersen's Thrive Body Transformation Program. Links are in the notes. Sundays, look, get your lawn thick, luscious, and green. Be the envy of the fucking block with Sundays. They use the internet. They use the fucking satellite technology to analyze your grass, analyze your lawn, and figure it the fuck out. So guess the fuck what? You can get that green lawn. Use code AngryDad at checkout at sundays.com. Get hooked the fuck up at sundays.com. Also, too, CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. No job too big, no job too small. Residential, commercial, does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. Just mention the Angry Dad, and they'll take care of you. Official. Official is a hip-hop-inspired street brand from Tucson, Arizona. I don't give a fuck, Kaz. I'm going to say Tucson because it sounds good. And guess the fuck what? I'm wearing the Official white Fila hat with an official pin right in it. This shit is dope as fuck. Get yourself hooked the fuck up at official.com. Use code AngryDad at checkout and get 25% off your first order at official.com. Let's get right into the show and welcome my boy Chris.
What up, dog?
What's up?
I love how I've become like a villain of the indie podcast community with my take on Official.
Well, hey, I reached out to DJ. I was like, hey, send me that fucking script that Chris wrote for you so I can use it. And, you know, no fucking response. No. I didn't write DJ's. DJ's is the culprit. DJ's the one with the whack script. Like, I told him, I was like, look, I listened to one of my old episodes today, and I'm here to tell you I got the best ad read in the fucking game for Official, okay? I wrote this shit for Kaz, and he uses my read, and it's his goddamn company, okay? I was like, hey, do you listen to Joe Rogan? And he's like, oh, this episode's brought to you by Stamps.com, brought to you from Lincoln, Nebraska by this guy named Joe. Like, no, nobody fucking says that. Why do you say that, you dork? What's funny as fuck is like that's where the whole Tucson, Arizona, because every time he says it, I'm like, that sounds good. I like it. It rolls off the tongue.
I'll tell you what, every time he says out of Tucson, Arizona, all I hear is New York City. Remember them old Pace Picante salsa commercials back in the day?
Not New York City.
New York City. DJ.
That'd be like that. I'll tell you right now, though. I made sure I copped that white hat, though, man. I'm gonna end up having to replace it, though. You know, my ass sweats so fucking much that I'm a big hat guy, so I collect hats all the fucking time. But the thing is it's starting to get a little dingy under the bill. So I'm like, and I hate washing hats. That's my people are like, oh, just wash it. I'm like, once you wash it, it's never the same.
No, once you do it once, it's never the same.
Yeah, never the same. And then it gets retired onto the rack because I have a rack where I like to the commemoration over the years of all the hats that I've worn and sweat through.
That's amazing. That's a dad flex.
Big time. Hey, you know what's even more a little bit bigger of a dad flex is when you walk through my front door, I have my 2 Raider fucking sun hats sitting right at the front door, right where my shoes are. So on those days, on Sundays, on football, on Thursdays, that hat comes right onto my head. So I have the big, wide Raider sun hat with the Raiders all over it. And then I have the actual curled up side fucking sun hat with the Raider bandana on it with all my fucking pins.
Nice. Yeah, you don't look like your Raider Nation at all, Ben.
No. You know, so I just got to make sure it's announced. You know what I'm saying? It's even more. I have this like 3-foot giant wooden Raider sign hanging in my living room as the center portrait of my family portrait. So all my kids' pictures are around this Raider shield hanging up in my. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's all with the family. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, obviously the Raiders promote family values, you know, exactly. I mean, like it's through and through throughout the entire staff, throughout the coaching staff, the players, everybody promotes family values on the Raiders. Exactly. Raider Nation is obviously known for being fine, upstanding citizens, you know.
Very fine, upstanding citizens.
That's fun. Dude, I'm glad you asked me to come back, man. It's been probably just about 9 months since the last time you asked me. And the only reason I know that for sure is because I announced that I was quitting my show an hour before we went on.
Exactly.
So I kind of know when it was that the last time we talked. Well, the last time we talked on the show, we talk all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad you asked me back, man. I'm glad you still think I'm relevant enough to bring on and talk.
Oh, man, it's like we get all caught up and busy in what we're doing, but the thing is I always try to fucking and carve out time for every one of my buddies to fucking get on here. The only thing is trying to corral them on. So like, I think it wasn't even that long ago. I wanted to get you on my Angry Dad or your Dad's Action Movie podcast because I wanted to watch or I wanted to do a review, not a review, but a movie talk about Stone Cold with the Bonds.
I still got to look at it too. It's in my YouTube watch later. It's on my list or whatever.
It's a class because the Boz was still fucking jacked at that fucking time when he did it with the fucking blonde fucking mullet. And my favorite part in that movie is still the fucking milkshake because he makes this ridiculous fucking everything but the kitchen sink milkshake. And it's a protein shake and he's drinking it, but giving it to his lizard at the same time. And I'm like, it's a man's man right there.
Sounds like fine cinema right there, man.
Very
I don't know why I've been putting it off.
Oh, let me tell you right now, it's one of those classics. You just like it comes on like that random channel 36. It's not quite Fox, it's not quite like CW, but it's like that offshoot. Like it's the generic TV channel before we had cable and satellite. Where you had to click the fucking TV with the pair of pliers.
Sure. With the pliers, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why it's funny. No, that's awesome. I'm gonna watch it. And then we're gonna do it because I tell you what, that's one thing that me and Jason Almy did over the course of the last couple of years is we did our little Bond watch through. Where he took me through all the Daniel Craig Bonds because up until we did the first episode, I had never seen a James Bond movie. Period.
Oh man.
My only touchstone to James Bond was the GoldenEye game for Nintendo 64. I could tell you the whole plot of GoldenEye. I could tell you the whole plot of GoldenEye from playing the game, but I've never seen the movie. And he's like, you've never seen a Bond movie ever. And I'm like, no. In my opinion of James Bond was shit's fucking whack, dude. Like, I don't want to watch James Bond. We watched the first one, and I'm like, all right, you kind of got me, dude.
Let me tell you right now.
I don't like it.
James Bond, me growing up, my mom was a big movie fan. And she would sit down and be like, look, you got to watch this movie. And, Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery, fucking, there's so many iconic people that have played James Bond. When you watch these fucking movies, it's like, fuck. And Pierce Brosnan, no matter, he was a great James Bond, but he'll always be that scientist from Dante's Peak to me. I don't care what anybody says.
Wow, what a reference, dude.
Oh yeah, well, it was a classic movie, man. It was like it was fucking all over the place. It was a great movie. Because I want to say Dante's Peak and Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones came out about the same time because they were basically the same movie.
Dude, they were doing that. Armageddon, Deep Impact.
Yeah.
Like they were doing that shit. Well, there was more than that too. The Day After Tomorrow in 2012. Yep. The world's gonna end. They come out like within a couple months of each other too. It's like Marvel, DC.
Exactly. Like who can make the better disaster movie?
Yes, exactly, dude. That was like a thing for a long time.
Oh, it was. But we got great cinema out of it, though. We might have got some bad acting, but they were using state-of-the-art graphics then.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes those age, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they don't at all. Especially with 4 fucking K. Something, there should be an option to filter TV for old shows to be like, look, we understand what you're watching, so you're watching 480i, not even 480p. You know what I'm saying? They bring the resolution down, so at least the graphics look decent.
Did you ever catch like the old Alien movies? It's either Alien or Aliens. I can't remember which one, but there's like a scene in the beginning where like the ship's coming across and it looks like a toy going across like construction paper, dude. Like because they scale it up, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Just leave it how it was filmed, man. Don't scale it up because it looks horrible now, man.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing too. Is like it look for TV. They used to be able to hide shit with those fucking resolution, but now. Ain't no hiding shit. You can't even hide shit with makeup anymore.
That's true. But no, yeah, I'm gonna definitely take that one in, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, big time. Because like I said, I always remember it being good, like being home, sick, eating soup, drinking 7-Up, and fucking watching daytime TV because nothing else is on.
You know what? It's funny though. Like, well, maybe not that one. When I might have missed me anyway, because that one seemed like it was like a lower rung of like the Seagulls and the shit like that. But like that just for whatever, same with the like why I never watched James Bond. It just never like resonated for me. Like even growing up in the '90s, I never gravitated towards that shit. Like I've seen like Under Siege and fucking all the classics and shit. Fucking Time Cop or whatever, but like they just didn't do it for me like that, like I was always on like the comedy shit, I liked all the like the Billy Madisons and the fucking like all that stuff for the day.
Eddie Murphy, Billy Madison. They're like there were so many great action comedies, and yet there were so many great like just comedy movies coming out too that were just fucking like they had some sort of either fantasy or fucking like sci-fi comedy with it, which fucking love the fucking death. But, I probably said this a billion times on my fucking podcast, but growing up, my mom worked at the drive-in theaters when we was kids. Yeah. And so on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, she would never have to hire a babysitter because she would work those days. And so we'd catch a double feature, and she didn't give a fuck what we watched. She was like, I don't care. You guys watch whatever you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course we would watch kids movies and, stuff like that. But then once we start getting or at least when I started getting a little older, she's like, oh, okay, you can watch that. And she just parked the car, whatever the double feature was that day on that screen is what I would watch. And then she'd bring out this garbage bag full of fucking popcorn and a big old fucking cup of soda, and we'd all eat popcorn and drink soda all night.
That's amazing. I think we had a drive through where I grew up, just outside of Chicago. And the last time I was there, this will date me, dude. The double feature was the first Matrix and Austin Powers 2. And the only reason I remember that is because I was like a super fan on the Austin Powers movies, which again is weird that I never saw James Bond because it's like totally like the spoof or whatever.
Yeah.
But Austin Powers 2, like for whatever reason that it hit me like right in the sweet spot. Like we used to just quote the shit out of that. And then The Matrix was the second movie. And by that time I didn't give a fuck what was on the TV because, I was there with my girl, I was trying to like, grab
it. Yeah, we're doing our thing.
Yeah, dude. And now The Matrix is like one of my all-time favorite movies. And I'm like, I went to the theater to see that and didn't even fucking watch it.
Yeah, that's how it goes. It's like, action movies have always hit me a certain way, and because of the Steven Seagals, fucking Dolph Lundgrens, fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme's, these guys, Arnold Schwarzenegger's, that's my first action love movie right there was Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian, because growing up it would come on ridiculous amount of times every and play on a repeat, and I would watch that, and I would always imagine because growing up, I was this fucking ginormous fucking kid, bro.
That doesn't check out.
Yeah,
doesn't check out at all.
Doesn't check out. And I would always just imagine myself like, if I only had fucking muscles, I could do anything. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, I fucking built some muscles. Like I can't do anything.
I was right all along.
The whole time. Thank you, Arnold. But it just ingrained in me so much, like all this like bravado of being a badass that it's always stuck with me. But I had that little sweet spot in my heart where I can watch these movies over and over again, quote them over and over again, and enjoy myself. And then just recently, actually, my daughter, she's 14, getting ready to turn 15, coming up on the 8th. Well, and what ended up happening is she's she all of a sudden she was interested in movies. And she'll, Dad, what did you watch when you was a kid? So I, just like, oh, I watched this. I, show her a couple of classics. And then all of a sudden, she's watching. We literally spent a couple of weekends where we watched all the Lethal Weapons. We watched all the fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like any, all the blood sports and fucking, both Under Sieges, fucking, Executive Order, fucking, like the list goes on. Snake. We're watching Escape from fucking New York, Escape from L.A. Anything that now is
is she just humoring you, or is she genuinely like she's into it?
Oh, she's generally into it because like, she a couple of times she called me, so Dad, what was the name of that movie? Because I'm going to put it on right now. So she's literally just watching movies on her own. and enjoying these action movies. And so I'm slowly starting to guide her into early 90s or late 80s, early 90s Japanese dubs. And so she's starting to slowly walk into the martial arts area where she's starting to watch these horribly done action dub movies. And she's just like, huh? What? And I was like, look, and because the next thing we're getting ready to introduce her to is we're getting ready to, I already rewatched them this whole week, or not, the last week was I want to introduce her to It Man. So we're getting ready to watch some Donnie Yang. You know, and go into it. So it's just like this great thing that of just passing on these fucking like the love of these, like, because like I said, you watch them now, it's corny as fuck. They're hilarious. Shit is completely unrealistic, but goddamn it, it's a good fucking time.
See, and like I try to do that, like I'm sure all dads do with their kids, you know, like, hey, come look at what I used to look at, and I try to tailor make it for them. Like I'm like, okay, you'll like this. Like I'm not going too far off the path here. I'm like saying, hey, check this movie out. It's called Jumanji, and they play a game. And you're like, fuck you, old man. We're not trying to watch that, dude. Around Christmas time, I put Gremlins on. I'm like, check this out. It's kind of a Christmas movie, but not really. Like you'll like it. No, we're not into it. But I learned with my kids, at least, the move is I don't have to, like, don't tell them, like, don't say, hey, come watch this. I'll just put it on, and I'll put it on a little loud, so maybe you might come out and check it out. And then, hey, what are you doing? I'm watching this, and leave it at that. And then they'll linger around and watch. And then if one of them asks a question, I'll be like, sit the fuck down.
Hooked.
Just sit the fuck down.
Like fishing. You gotta use that good
But if I tell them, hey, come check this out, you'll like it. I promise. Nope. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, old man. I have nothing for you.
100%. That is kids on the fucking button, because like I said, I used to do the same thing. And then now I'm just like, no, I sit down. I watch my own movies. They'll sit down and watch TV with me. And, you know, when they get caught and they get hooked, then it's like, oh, okay. I got now we're about to go deep into the water.
You know what, though? The one thing that I will say that I got my kid, and it was unintentional, is he came in while I was watching One Piece, because Adam got us all into watching One Piece over the last year, and that's how I've spent
my favorite.
Not your favorite?
Not my favorite.
Oh, I love One Piece, man. But I'm only, I think right now, currently, I watched it yesterday, and I think I'm on like 380 or something. So, I mean, I'm a good, if you think about it, you're 380 episodes of a show into a series. Like, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah, but you get committed, because like I said, if you watch, I've watched every series of every one of these shows, and One Piece lost me, I want to say like 90 episodes in, and I was like, I am really fucking done with this.
You know what? It's funny you say that, because like I had to push through the wall a couple times. Like I have Adam coaching me. He's my corner man. He's like, no, dude, trust me. You're in this arc, and if you just get through this, it's going to get really good. And then there's going to be this, and this is going to happen. And I'm like, all right, dude, all right. And like he's typically right, you know. But the thing of it is, then they take fucking 30 episodes to do like the one little thing. I'm like, this could have been like condensed down to 10. And he's like, well, you understand this is like 20 years of a show, dude. Like they've been doing this for quite some time. There's 1,000 episodes. You know,
so
and that's
much filler.
That's what I was going to say. For perspective, you're 380 in, but out of 1,000. So you're really not even halfway. My kid saw me watching it, and he was like, whoa, what's this? He grabbed a hold of it. He's on like fucking 830 or something now, dude. Like, he blew by me.
Well, they got the time and the patience to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Over summer break, dude, that's all he did. All day, all night, just straight One Piece.
Yeah. See, I've been off work since fucking 2019 with that shoulder surgery and still dealing with the issues. So I literally was like, I'm watching Berserk. I'm watching fucking, everything. Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball G, Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball GT, Super. I'm sitting down watching all this stuff. And I've literally watched everything 4 to 5 times over. I've gone through Shippuden is just same thing like One Piece. It's got so many fucking episodes that I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch it over again. And then sometimes I'll go back and just rewatch certain arcs because I like this arc. I'm just going to rewatch it because I'm bored.
Well, I tried Dragon Ball first because, like, again, Adam in my ear, he's like, "Oh, dude, you'd love it, you'd love it." And Joe B too. Joe B, he's a big anime guy with Dragon Ball and all that shit. So I'm like, fine, fuck it, I'll give it a try. But where they say I fucked up was that I didn't start with Z. I started with the OG Dragon Ball.
Yeah, no, well that's how I started. I watched it when it originally came out. When you had to wait 1 month per episode to come out.
See, and I remember catching it like on like Adult Swim or whatever back in the day. You know, like if you stayed up, you could catch like a Loop in the Third or like a Dragon Ball or something on Cartoon Network, and it rang a bell. But it just, I don't know, dude. It didn't get me. It didn't grab me. But then I tried One Piece, and I was like, fucking, oh, this is awesome, dude. This is like super crazy. Fucking like, I love it, man. I fall out of it though, because, you know, like if anything, you know, you watch enough of it, then you're gonna get bored, you know, and I need to break it up. I'm gonna chill on One Piece for a while, you know.
Oh yeah, now my wife, praise the Lord, and the God that be or the God that below that's gonna snag my soul, she puts up with me watching all of it, full blast.
Dude, Dutch will get into it. Like she sat down and she watched the one arc where they were like in the sky or whatever, and she was kind of invested in that. But then like I moved on without her, and then she didn't really care. She came home Saturday. I was watching it. She went and did a 5K. So she came home and she brought me some tacos and shit. So, you know, we sat down. She sits down and I'm in an episode. She's like, oh, you don't have to turn it off. Whatever. We're sitting there eating. Yeah. And then before you know it, we've watched like 3 more. Like we're gonna have lunch and we're gonna go grocery shopping and do our, you know, running around or whatever. Before you know it, we've watched like 3-4 episodes, and she's like, fuck, I want to see what's gonna happen. And I'm like, you know how One Piece does it, dude? It takes 10 episodes to do anything.
Exactly. We're gonna need 3 days. 3 days to see what's going on.
She's like, who's this now? They stole his shadow and he's a zombie, and now there's a skeleton with an afro. And I was like, you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
You missed a lot. Oh yeah. No, it's funny as hell because like once again, that's like my daughter. She just like all of a sudden became a big anime fan and is watching all these animes, and so that's how the anime. It started off with anime, and then she would ask me questions, or not even ask me questions, but was like trying to verify if I knew things. And she would say stuff to me. She'd be hitting me with a quiz, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, this is when that happened. This is when this happened. Oh, this is what's gonna happen next." And then I'm just sitting there like, "You don't fucking know."
She's vibe checking you, dude.
Oh yeah, big time. Because I used to tell her, I was like, me and in my neighborhood, I grew up gangster as fuck, bro. Gangster as fuck. I'm talking about like just hood shit all day. And my cousin Joe was worse than me. He was like. You know, if you want to be out gangster, my cousin Joe was the person to out gangster me. And you have these 2 fucking cholo dudes sitting in a fucking living room, all fucking creased up from head to toes in khakis, watching anime all fucking day and enjoying themselves. And fucking and we were so religious about watching it together and just be like, did you see that? You know, and talk about all this shit. And then you would never have known we was fucking into that shit, but it was just always hilarious as fuck. Because it's just like I'm OG to fucking where I was like I was running the streets and watching these fucking TVs. God damn it!
I gotta get home. My cartoons are coming on.
That's
man.
it.
That's funny, man, because my kid, he doesn't vibe check me like that, but like he'll walk in the room and like I said, he's like 400 episodes past me. So he'll walk in and he'll be getting a drink and he'll be like, oh, I remember this. This was such a cool part because blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, don't try to big time me, motherfucker. Like, I'll cancel the goddamn shit right now out of spite. You ain't watching no more, motherfucker.
I'm turning off the internet to the whole house except for my shit.
Like, but you don't think about it, dude. Like when we were into it, like back in the 90s, like we were passing around VHS tapes, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. People don't know about that shit, man. People like, hey, you'd get a blank tape with like 3 episodes, and it could be 3 different shows, and you're just like, well, I got to get what I can get here. You know what I'm saying? And you get lucky if you go to a garage sale and you find one.
We had Suncoast Video in our mall, and they had like a real good selection of that for the time, you know. And that's where I found like Vampire Hunter D and like Ninja Scroll and like all the Akira, all the old like classics, you know. But dude, they were so marked up because they were like an import or whatever. You had a sticker on them that said import even, and you had to pay through the nose for those things.
Yeah, you had to. That's why like when you would get that copy, like fuck, I don't give a fuck how shitty this fucking copy is. Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And then like we used to have it was a place called Cons Videos. It was like one of the original video stores in the neighborhood I was living in. And you know, at that moment in time, you know, and this is like me a lot younger, where I would just drive my bike to the video store, and because I would be there so much, you have to be with an adult to rent a movie. And I would go there so fucking much. He got tired of telling me no, that they would just rent me fucking movies on my mom's account. I'd pay for them with my fucking pennies. You know what I'm saying? All the change I could scrounge up. But I was like, no, I'm paying for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, there's ain't no freebies here, but I need that 99-cent fucking deal because I need to see this next episode.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny too, because you never really realized how many people were like into all this like fringe, obscure shit back in the day because people would hide it. It was
cringe. Nobody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like now it's cool. Like, oh man, you're like a fucking nerd.
All of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
Even like the Marvel shit. Like, you know how I'm so super into like the MCU and all that shit? I think back to the 90s. I'm like, dude, I used to get fucking bullied because I like the X-Men. Like, and now it's like, oh man, the new Marvel movie's coming out and it's the number 3 grossing movie of all time. Like,
I used to collect comic cards. We used to, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all back in the day, all the Marvel fucking TV shows, cartoons, and I would Punisher Warzone and Punisher War Journal were my fucking shit. I used to read those Ghost Riders. Fuck, man. I was so deep. I had stacks on stacks. I still have collector's first editions sitting in a safe that I fucking refuse to fucking pull out. And they're like, well, I'm like, there's no well, I bought this in a sealed, pristine package and not once opened it because I understood it was going to be worth something one day. And I don't give a fuck.
See, that's where you had more discipline, I think, because when I was in my 20s and rent needed to be paid, man, that was the first thing to go. Was I shipped them books off because, dude, eBay was like a brand new thing. It was man, I could sell shit on the internet and like send it to people. Fuck yeah! List all my comic books, bam, they're gone in a day, and then I get to pay my fucking rent and have another month in my shitty goddamn 1-bedroom apartment. But like now, when I'm 41 years old, I'm like, damn, I'd love to have all. Dude, I had like the first run of Spawn. Like on and all that shit, dude. Sold them all just to pay rent, man. I'm so fucking frustrated.
I got a couple of first editions and I have first editions of Conan the Barbarian, and I'm like, yep. But I would buy doubles all the time because I'd buy like a real nice sealed set, and then I go through and buy the used ones. They'd be like, nah, this is the one I'm reading.
So you were like the Funko guy before the Funko guy, man. Like Kaz was like, dude, I bought like 5 copies of this toy. I'm gonna go flip toys. I'm like, you're so gangster and you're flipping fucking toys out there on the streets, dude.
Oh yeah, now I wasn't flipping them. I was like, these are for my pure enjoyment. It's like when you open it up, it's like, my precious. It's like, I know I have these.
Yes, sir.
Nah, I tell you right now, yeah. I remember growing up, comic books, fucking baseball cards, fucking, what kills me is I wish I knew what happened to my 92 baseball card set, because I had this pristine collection that I put together of the 1992 Topps. And it was like the fucking, like, I put so much meticulous time and effort in getting them, saving them, sleeving them. And then you just, it's like one of those things that just disappears one day and you're just like, where the fuck is my set?
Mm-hmm.
But it's how it goes.
No, yeah. I mean, like, I chalked so many things up to the game, dude, just from, like I said, in that same shitty 1-bedroom apartment that I sold my comic books to pay for. I used to have so many parties in there and people coming and going and like shit just turns up missing. And I'm like, just fucking chalk that one up to your 20s, I guess, man. Like, it wasn't meant to be.
That's it. Shit, man, I want to say maybe from 23 to almost about 28, I would flip cars all the fucking time, bro. I would fucking go online and I would fucking buy Camaro. I'm talking about like 89 to 92 Camaros, box Chevs, G-bodies, and Cadillacs. And I buy them for like $500. And they'd be like, well, this doesn't work, or it doesn't want to start. And so I'm so fucking mechanically inclined to taught myself how to work on cars. I would buy the car, and like sometimes, like especially in Camaros and in some G bodies, the distributor has a module in it. And I used to go to the junkyard and take every module I can pocket it, because I would go down there and they'd be like, it's just one day it didn't want to start. You know what I'm saying? So they parked the car. And so I would literally go over there and be like, hey, yeah, I want to, can I buy the car after, whatever, talk them down as low as I can get them. Typically $500 is usually about the average price. And they're like, hey, do you mind if I kind of just work on it a little bit here? If I can't get it started, I'm just gonna take it home. And so I'd get in the fucking car, pop the distributor, change the module. So it literally 2 screwdrivers, change this piece, jump the fucking car, start it, runs perfectly, nothing wrong with it, and then drive it home.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then they'd sit there and stare at me like, what? Huh? What? I was too late. You already sold it to me.
Yeah.
15 minutes and you got it fucking started. I was like, because I'm not a fucking idiot.
I'm here to tell you, I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know nothing about cars.
Oh, man. Rebuilding engines, rebuilding transmissions, rear ends, brakes, suspension, electrical. Like it was a necessary for me because I had no money to fix anything or pay anybody to fix it. So through stacks of trial and error and so many manuals reading. Like, there was no YouTube back in the day. I had to fucking sit there and be like, all right, this wire goes to this connection to this fuse and fucking try to figure out point A to point B and fucking, oh my God. And then I would turn around, that $500 I spent on that car, turn around and sell it for between $2,000 to $4,000.
That's, you can't really, you can't fault you there, man. Like that's amazing.
Oh yeah. No, I used to fucking all the time. Like, my first ex-wife at that time, my first wife at that time anyways, I would buy these cars, fix them, bring them home, kind of clean them up a little bit, and she just drive them around town like she had a new fucking car every fucking couple of weeks.
It's a perk, man. It's a perk.
But I used to buy a lot of Camaros like that. A lot of them box style Camaros.
Yeah, well, dude, those early '90s ones were nice. My buddy Nicholas Smickless,
the fake person.
Yeah, he used to have one of those when they were new, like back in the day, and we were like, "Damn, man!" Like fucking bright red and everything too. Like we all wanted to be Nicholas Smickless.
That's it. He's deep state, according to DJ.
DJ's just a hater.
It's funny as hell. It's like, since I've been in the circle, it's just funny as hell because I'm like, DJ brought me basically like Mikey reached out to me and asked me to join. But I was like, DJ's the one to introduce me, you guys, because I know DJ was part of the Uncivilized Creatures Network. Yeah. And then, I'm just like, most podcasts, sometimes things just don't work out as well. But, when you make that big step to change and then, I was like, man, you guys are really fucking putting in the fucking work. And then when Mikey gave me the opportunity, I was like, bro, I love my boys. I work with the SIP network, but I'm literally like, I felt like I was carrying the fucking network and no one was putting in the effort. And I was like, oh my God. And I was telling my wife, I was like, I'm really thinking about dropping these people because I just don't want to, like, nobody's helping me help them. And so, and then Mikey just happened to fucking hit me at the right fucking time. I was like, yes. All right.
Again, like talk about how long it's been, man. Like it hasn't been that long. I mean, it's fucking just, less than a year, but like now, like you're official squatted up and everything. Like, we're gone, you're on. I think DJ was on before we left or whatever, but like it's fucking changes, man. Like
that's it.
I'm third fiddle on fucking Creatures of the Night. So I mean, I'm still hanging on. I just don't have my own.
You ain't got to have your own. You just got to keep it together. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, maybe we'll start fucking doing these action movies a little bit more because we're both in the same fucking wheelhouse here.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I was going to tell you when you were talking about the old martial arts stuff, I used to have this same thing, dude, going up and getting like the VHS tapes at that store in the mall. There was one, it was called Raiders of the Wu-Tang. Dude, that was one of my favorite fucking movies. Not my favorite like martial arts movies, like overall, like one of my favorite movies. I used to play that shit so much, dude, because like I used to love I still do. But like in the 90s, dude, like fucking 36 Chambers just came out. Like I was like fucking like zeroed in on that shit. Like that was to this day. In '97, dude, I saw fucking Rage with Wu-Tang, and fucking that was like one of the best concert experiences I've ever been to in my entire fucking life. Because they both only had like 2 albums at the time. They're like Rage was touring on Evil Empire, and fucking Wu-Tang was like they were touring on Wu-Tang forever. Like it was like all the hits were like fresh and new. And it was so awesome. And I was so into Wu-Tang, and I saw Raiders of the Wu-Tang. So I'm like, I gotta get that. And like that series of, that was where they got their name from, so it added that extra little bit of it. But I mean, there was so much shit in that movie that was awesome. Like, a dude with cymbals and cut this dude's ears off and shit. Cymbals, man. Like, you ran up trees with them and shit. Like, I loved it, man. I just like to talk about One Piece, dude. Like, I just love goofy, crazy shit, dude. So
like,
you're gonna fight with drum cymbals, really? And they cut someone's ears off with them? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm here for it.
That's what I'm talking about. And see, that's the thing too, is like that unrealistic, but it's fucking great. Just great, like I know I'm lost in the movie because I always get, and this is what I always do for all movies. I take all movies with a grain of salt going into it, because I'm like, look, I'm not expecting anything. If it's good, it's going to catch my attention and be good. And so like when you get that wheelhouse of like unbelievable action, I'm like, yes, you got me giddy and happy, and I'm fucking ready to fucking rock, because I'm in this story because I understand what the fuck is going on.
Like the first time you see like John Wick, like the first time I saw John Wick, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't hear anything about it, but like we were living with some friends at the time, and the one dude was like, "Oh, Leia, let's watch a movie." And he put it on, and I'm just like, "Okay, whatever." And then, it starts, and almost from like the fucking jump, dude, it's just, it sucks you in. I was like, "Wow, this movie's fucking incredible, dude."
That's what I'm talking about. See, and you get people that try to critique a movie so fucking much. I'm like, no. It's got to be from the basis of, I don't expect anything, and if it takes me, it takes me. And that's how, like, I always feel movie review should be, because people are always trying to put 10 on 2 for certain things.
That's a good way to approach it, dude. Because like especially like a lot of the bigger stuff, I've seen it happen with all the Star Wars movies. Like the last 3 that came out, like people were waiting for how many years for a new Star Wars movie, and then they went, and it's like, this was dog shit. And I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean, if you just went in like, just let's see how it goes, maybe you might have came away not hating it as much as you did.
Yeah, exactly.
I tend to like just about everything, like I'm not really gonna ever be like super pissed at a movie, like, oh my god, this sucks, I'm walking out, I'm turning it off, or whatever. Like, or even like, I was a prequel apologist talking about Star Wars, dude. Like, when everyone was like, the prequels are horrible, like, I'm like, I kind of like them, man. They're fine,
That's what it comes down to. If you like them, you like them, and if someone wants to vilify you for it, guess the fuck what? They can go fuck themselves, because no one gives a fuck about your opinion, just like you don't give a fuck about my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Man, my favorite movie of all time across the board is Hot Tub Time Machine, dude. So I guess like if I tell people that, they're like, well, I guess your opinion's null and void.
Yeah,
I'm like, but you don't understand, dude.
Exactly.
That movie's got it all. It's got fucking love and loss and regret, and the soundtrack kicks ass, and it's got fucking everybody in it that you could ever want. Like, I mean, how could you not like that movie? I've died on that hill with people. Like, that movie's
it's funny as fuck. I don't give a fuck what anybody fucking says.
I love it, dude. It's my favorite movie of all time, across the board, number one.
No, it's a great fucking movie. I'll tell you that right now. And it's hilarious as fuck. And that's the thing, is like, even when I tell people the movies that I fucking love, and my all-time favorite is Conan the Barbarian, they're like, well, how can you just like, because you guys don't fucking understand it. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, it's the greatest love story of all fucking time, with the hardest fucking vengeance you can ever fucking give. You know what I'm saying? He cuts off James Earl Jones's head for love.
Dude, I loved it when you were on Failing Hollywood, and they were like, we haven't done this in a while, but like, what are your top whatever movies? And you're like, Conan this, da-da-da. Like, he just rattled them all for Red Sonja. I was like, dude, he didn't drop fucking Red Sonja, dude.
Because I go hard in the... Like I said, I've had that... I've had those movies... I literally, at any moment in time, will just pop them in and just fucking get lost and enjoy them. And, it's just something they're a passion that I'm just like, and if you even ever read the comic books or the novels, Conan is so fucking unforgiving and brutal that, like, just because of what I've read, it takes that movie to the next fucking level, because like that movie is so mellow compared to the comic books. You know what I'm saying? The way this guy wrote, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, the brutality and the fucking unrelentless fucking pursuit of fucking doing what he pleases in his name is like, it just takes me back to like, fuck. It's like chills up the spine when you fucking just see this brutal fucking shit.
Well, that's what people always say. You know, you get that crowd where it's like, oh, the book was better, you know, and it's like, fuck off, dude. You know, like I ain't trying to read, man. Like, you know, whatever. I'm 41 years old. I got a lot going on. I ain't trying to fucking read. I got a stack of books. Look, I got a stack of books behind me that I'm trying to fucking read, and they just sit there, dude. Like ever since we got into creatures, I got all the fucking creatures reading over here. You know that you know it's like fucking 101. You should be reading this, dude. Right on the top, I got Behold the Pale Horse, dude. Like I've been trying to read that book for 2 fucking months, and it just sits there, and I look at it every night, and I'm like, you know, maybe I'll watch a movie, maybe I'll fucking play Xbox, you know, like it's just, I'm not into it, man. But
right now, it's 2021, bro. We have audio listening, and I fucking no longer. I own books. I have books. I have comic books. I even listen to audio comic books now because guess the fuck what? I don't have to read anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they did that thing for a while, a couple years ago, where they did like Wolverine or whatever.
Oh, it's great. They got a new season.
It's kind of like an audio drama, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like old school radio style. Yeah. I thought about checking that out, but I think you had to do like a subscription to Stitcher or something.
Well, if you to get it ad free, you have to have the subscription, but you don't, because you can literally go on you know, well, you got an iPhone, Apple Plus or Apple Podcast, and just look up Wolverine, and it'll pop right up. And it's a great, because it comes out later for free. You just can't listen to it right when it comes out.
Well, I mean, my mind's an inch long, dude. So like when I saw it when it was new, I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, never mind. I'm never thinking about it again.
Well, hey, if you want to, and I recommend this to DJ, he fucking ate it the fuck up. But if you haven't listened to the Black Tapes or Tannis yet, or even Rabbits, you listen to those 3 podcasts right now. It sucks you in because it has all the paranormal, all the fucking crazy shit, and it's like, and me and my wife, because you know, the supposedly there's supposed to be more episodes coming out, but and more episodes coming out, but we decided that we will not Google it to see if it's either based on a true story or is based on just a fucking novel or how it's pronounced. So we won't look it up because like we don't want that mysterious, you know, the mystery or you know, whatever the fuck it is to disappear on us, because it's so fucking good.
Keep a little magic in there. I like,
you know what I'm saying? And that's the point. It's like, oh my, because you get you so fucking in tune and involved with it. And there are a good amount of episodes there, but like when you start listening to it, you cannot fucking, what is gonna happen next?
Well, I tell you what, I am notorious for missing like super mainstream shit. Like, you know, I never saw an episode of Lost. I never saw an episode of The Sopranos.
You didn't miss anything.
I mean, like, but like, right, like mainstream shit, like just completely passes me by. And talking about all the paranormal and shit, you know, again, DJ, he recommended, he's like, have you ever seen Fringe, man? Like with all the shit you guys talk about on the creatures, have you ever watched Fringe? And I was like, nah. No. Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Too mainstream. Too mainstream.
Well, I'm like a contrarian almost, that like as soon as he says I gotta watch it, I'm like, fuck you, no, I don't. Like he's told me for a year, dude, and I played it like 2 weeks ago.
Let me tell you right now, I'll recommend Millennium Man if you want to watch something that's offshoot one fucking season, and it's that one guy who was in Predators versus Aliens who shot the fucking flamethrower with the fucking his breath thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he had asthma.
Predator vs. Aliens, another fucking low key
classic.
Yeah, low key. Well, I wasn't going to use the word. I was going to use the word classic, and then I pulled it back. So I'm glad you did.
No, it's classic because I'm that old.
Oh, dude, I love that shit, man. And then when we started talking about like aliens and Antarctica and shit, I was like, motherfucker, they showed us. They showed us.
They're unfucking loading it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so deep into the paranormal. I'm so deep into fucking.
It's good reason, dude. If anyone has not heard your story, please. My former podcast, it's no longer recording, but Ben was a guest 2 Octobers ago for Spooky Halloween and told some crazy shit that I still can't get out of my fucking head, dude. Like,
oh yeah. I'm a fucking magnet for it, bro. I'm a fucking magnet for it. Like I draw, like my energy that I put out just brings crazy shit to me, and it cannot be fucking helped.
Maybe that's
what it is.
Maybe that's like your archetype, dude. Like that's who you're playing in this fucking game, dude. Where you're just crazy magnet. You're a crazy antenna just to see how you handle it.
Well, that's the thing too, is like I can handle it, but it's the thing is can the fucking world handle me when I fucking flip the fuck out? You know what I'm saying? Because like I say,
just roll it back and reset it, dude.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out if anything more crazy happens, because I haven't had anything typically lately, but I've been having a lot of inception dreams of myself in bed, like lately. I want to say this last week and a half.
Like you see yourself?
I'm seeing myself in my bed, trying to wake my body up, but then I look at myself while I'm looking at myself, and then I'm fucking like, I just pull the blankets over, like I'm going to fucking bed.
That's like if you're asking me my opinion, that's either the start or the finish of an astral traveling event. Like you were either gone and you're coming back, like that's you returning, or you're just fixing to fucking blast off and go on an adventure. Either way, I'm jealous, dude. Either way, I'm fucking jealous.
Well, let me tell you right now, it's very uncomfortable because it's like, why am I waking myself up to wake myself up? You know what I'm saying? So regardless, it's like a mental note, because like something I always do, no matter what, is I look at the time before I go to, or when I wake up, and I look at the time before I close my eyes, because I have a digital clock right next to my bed, because like if I move, the clock turns on. And when I don't move, it just, it's like motion sensor kind of thing.
Oh wow, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's just something I always had to have. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to know what time it is when I'm falling asleep, because like before, I working at night, if I don't wake up, no one's gonna pick up the kids. If I don't, and so fucking, I always have this clock because it's a must like need. And so every time I fucking wake up in the middle of the night, and like this whole week, it keeps happening around 2:50, 3 o'clock. I fucking like.
That's it, dude. Like that's the time. I usually always wake up like 10 minutes before 3, quarter after 3, and I mean, like, I ain't got to tell you, dude, like that's the time for at 3 a.m. That's the thin veil, fucking the giddy up. It's time to get weird time,
Oh yeah. No, it definitely is. It definitely fucking is. You know what I'm saying? And the thing too is like, it's just always fucking hilarious, because like, no matter what, I was like, even I don't believe myself. Sometimes I was like, fuck, that shit really fucking happened to me. And I really had to get blessed, and I really had to go to fucking church, and I really had to see and hear all these fucking crazy things. And it's just like, and then try to sleep like a normal fucking person.
Well, that's just it, dude. When something crazy, because people ask me all the time, they're like, did you really go crazy when you ate that cookie in New Jersey? And I'm like, that might have been the fucking catalyst, but like there was a lot of other shit that came with that, dude. And like I credit most of this to what happened in the float tank. And I can't explain it. I was physically there. I was mentally gone, like whatever it is, like I've told that story so many times. I'm not going to get into it with you again, but like that's what changed me, man. That's because you said it. You come back, and then how do you go about your life? How do you just go home and watch must-see TV and get up for work in the morning, dude? Like I legit just went to another fucking reality, whether it was completely in my head or I actually did in some form or fashion. That's neither here nor there. It happened real enough to me to where I brought back real world results, or like real world application because of it. So I guess for all intents and purposes, it was real, right? Because like it changed my life. So I mean, what do we call real?
Well, it's the Akasha records, regardless. When you hit those moments and times, all of a sudden we learn something, or we get a little drink of the fountain of youth. And the fountain of youth is a technical term that I've always said for the Akasha records. What the Akasha records is a consciousness of everything. And so no matter what you touch, you can't choose what you absorb. You just absorb what is given to you. And so like when you fucking get that little bit of an awakening where you're just like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And then you come back, you're like, I have a different understanding, a different look at life, because whatever you absorb from that fucking moment in time that you've got from space, it changes you physically and mentally.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, like, you've heard us talk to Amy, dude, talking about Akasha records, man. I mean, like, Amy is the fucking Akasha of goddamn priestess, dude. Like, I go on her website and she gives me little videos to watch and shit, like, it's a lot, man. And like, I can only imagine what it's like to be her, because the way she describes it, like, she can't control it. Like, it just comes in like fucking downloads sometimes, man. And it's like like a cosmic spiritual internet of everything that's ever happened, will happen, has happened, fucking just all the fucking answers. And then, you know, of course you'll get a naysayer that's like, well, if she's got all the information, why don't you just get the Powerball numbers? Like, it does not work
like that. Yeah. Because you can't even tell. Yeah. There's no timestamps on anything. So you don't even know from what time or era that you're even going to fucking get. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be getting a future read or a past read. The same thing like when it goes to fucking like when we have those deja vu moments, it's when we had that little moment of the Akasha records set in place. We're like, oh yeah. And then you just get a small fucking glimpse because you barely dipped your fucking toe and now you've seen a future event. And then when it fucking happens, you're like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? The glitch in the matrix just fucking flickered.
Well, even talking about dreams, like you said, dude, for the longest time, I was having these crazy dreams like with other people, and it would always start with me going like this, like tapping my chest, like, am I here? Is this real? Like, am I a thing? And I've had them with Jason, I've had them with Adam, I've had them with Kaz. Dude, me and Kaz were swimming 20,000 leagues under the sea, fighting fucking robot crocodiles, dude. Like, it sounds crazy and shit, but like, it feels so real, you know? And I'm like, am I in another reality right now? Like, because we don't even know what is fucking dreaming. We just know that we're going to turn our shit off for 8 hours. And then like some weird stuff happens. It's been happening forever. Don't ask any questions. It's totally normal. But what is it though, man?
Exactly.
You know, like, am I jumping realities right here? Like, do I wake up exhausted because I was living another life somewhere else? Like, dude, I had a dream just a couple nights ago. I tried to fight LeBron James.
You know, like, he had it fucking coming.
What does that mean, dude? No, I was telling, it was right after Bobby was on Creature, so I told Adam, I was like, it was too much Bobby energy absorbing into my fucking aura. I was bringing all that LeBron energy in. I had this dream. I'm driving a car down like a city street and I'm looking for a place to park. So I'm kind of going slow and I see an opening, but then I had to stop and reverse to like parallel park. And when I was parallel parking, I nicked the car in front of me and the door opens and it was LeBron James. And I was like, oh shit. And he was like, hey man, you just scratched my car. And I was like, oh no, it's not a big deal. Look, we can just rub it out. And he's like, no, you scratched my car. I need your insurance information. And I was like, what? You're LeBron James. You're fucking millionaire, dude. What are you talking about? You need my information. And he was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I need your information. Give me your insurance, you know, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that, man. Like, how many millions of dollars do you have right now? You're really tripping on a fucking scratch, dude. And he was like, he said something and I said something. Next thing you know, like, I tried to grab him and then I woke up. So I'm like, I'm glad I didn't see the end of that because I'm sure he would have whooped my ass. But
well, I tried. Hey, you got to try though, but that's how that goes.
You got right.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's so crazy how the fucking world fucking works. You know what I'm saying? The way shit lines up, the way shit fucking comes together, and the way fucking people fall into your life. It's just like, God fucking damn.
Yes. That's something I've been thinking a lot about recently too. Just like the way, you know, like what one little thing triggers like a domino effect of everything else, you know, because like my closest friends are all over the country now. And like, I would have never had that experience if I didn't do this. And like, you know, fucking just, you start tracing it back and you can't even find that one little, you know, moment in time that you went left instead of going right. And now all of a sudden you got this life. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And, you know, I'll tell you what, the most mind-boggling thing to me is that nobody really sits there and like thinks like that. Like, I have these crazy thoughts where I'm like, you know, like just that, like I'll trace back, like, what did I do? What did I do to get me to New Jersey? Like this and that, like, oh my God, it's so crazy. But everyone else has just accepted the fact that like, I'm going to wake up and go to work and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to have dinner and I'm going to watch TV and I'm going to have 2 hours of free time and then I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to do it all again for the next 40 years. And then that's my life. Check the box. I'm done, hit the clock. And you know, I'm dead. Like that. You think that's all this is? That's all this is. You've accepted fucking work, sleep, entertainment, you know, cycle, do it, you know, that's it. That's all there is. Man, I feel bad for you. I feel bad if that's how you think that like what we're supposed to do here, man.
Yeah, because it's not. You know what I'm saying?
The world that we live in is way more interesting than I think anybody really even fucking, you know, gives it credit for. Anybody
or even wants to peer behind the curtain of like, of, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I constantly do the same thing. I'm like, you know, like, I grew up knowing when I was supposed to either be dead or spending the rest of my life in jail. I knew that. But yet, I'm on a podcast with you right fucking now, bro.
I think we've talked about this before. I was in the same boat, dude. I spent, when I was 39, you know, a couple years ago, I spent probably the last 6 months of me being 39 counting down because I was convinced, for whatever reason or another, I was convinced that I was going to die at 40. I'd been saying it for so many years, and now it was time to fucking pay the check, dude, because 40's a couple months away. And like, maybe a month or two, 6 weeks, something like that before my birthday. Like, that's when I flew to New Jersey, and I'm like, maybe this is how it is. Maybe the plane goes down, you know? And then I made it back and everything was cool. And then, you know, like I was going through this weird time about like near death experiences and like really going deep on all that shit. Cause I was prepared to fucking die, dude. On my birthday, I went to bed, dude. I'm getting choked up even saying it right now. I hugged my kids like extra tight. You know, I told my wife, you know, I fucking love you. I went to bed with tears in my eyes because I didn't think I was waking up the next day. And I can't tell you why. It's just a feeling I have, you know, it was a feeling in my body. And obviously now I'm, you know, halfway to 42. So it didn't happen, but you know.
No, trust me, when you have those feelings, you have those feelings. There's like literally nothing you do to control them because like I said, it's just, you know,
explain it.
You can't explain it. You can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally third marriage, own a home, have cars, have a stable life. I was so used to being check to check and not making it, always struggling, always like on the fringe of everything exploding, and then just empty-handed. And then somehow, some fucking way, you know, through all the fucking bullshit, I fucking carved out a little piece of this universe for myself. And it's like, just like you said, it's like every day's day to day because, you know, I knew when the Piper was coming, but you know what I'm saying? He never came. And it's so fucking weird.
And you don't know like if you did something to alter that, or like if you maybe it was a test all along and you did something right, you know, and then when you did something right, then like you diverged the path again, you know, like it was supposed to happen. You got that feeling almost like a warning, like a premonition, like, hey, if you don't make some changes, then maybe that is what's going to happen. You know, I mean, I can't speak for you, but I know when I thought it was getting close, I started doing some serious deep soul searching, man. I started fucking getting real spiritual. You know, like I said, near-death experiences, what does it all mean, fucking this and that, and then to pierce through on the other side, I feel like I have a perspective now to where, like, you know, my wife's mom died, and like I feel like I'm qualified to like comfort her now, you know, because like I have a little bit of, you know, whether, dude, we don't know for sure. But whether or not it's true or not, I feel like I can at least speak to you on a matter now that maybe I couldn't before. And now we can talk about it. We can have a conversation about it. And maybe I can comfort you and make you feel better, you know, about losing somebody, because, you know, I'm here to tell you, hey, it's just for a little while. Like, it's going to feel so long, but like you're going to close your eyes and everything's going to be cool, because like for all I know, your mom was a fractured part of your soul, and you're just going to join back together when this is all fucking said and done, you know, like. I've heard that too. I've heard that one soul can fracture up to 100 different pieces. And I mean, like, I feel like I'm on Creatures now. I need to tiger ground myself. But that could essentially mean that 100 fucking different people have the same soul. And that's why I think about that shit sometimes, like you said, when you meet people on the internet and, you know, like like I'm sitting here talking with you now, like maybe like there's a little bit of me in these people, to where like you meet a complete stranger on the fucking internet and just immediately just click. Like, you're my dog. I've known you my entire life, but I've only known you for 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's something to that. There's something quantifiable. We just don't have a word for it. We don't have like the way to measure it, but there's something there, man.
Oh no, there definitely is something there. There's something that anchors us all together for the specific paths that we fucking go on. And it's so crazy to watch it online, because just like you said, I always, like, at least once time out of the day, I think of like, how did I get right here? And then, like I said, I walk it back, and then even as far as I walk it back, guess what? There's never a fucking a moment where I can pin it down, and it's just like, this is the truth, and I gotta trust the way I feel.
Well, yeah, and you said it right there. Not enough people do that. I said that on our most recent Creatures to Bobby. I was like, everybody's got intuition, dude. You've got a gut feeling. You know, whether you know or not, you kind of know. You know, like, you can. Your bullshit detector could be great. It could be off, but I mean, like, at the end of the day, you know. Yeah. You know, like, come on.
Exactly.
Be real with yourself. Come on. You know, shoot me straight. You know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you right now. I go
Man, I didn't expect to fucking get Creatures with you tonight, Ben. This was a nice.
Well, you know, it's my forte. It's like that one piece that I never let out fully, because, you know, me being the angry dad and fucking trying to spit my life advice.
Sure.
But at the same time, I have my guilty pleasures, and I like what I like to look into, and I like what my wife gets mad at me for the YouTubes because she goes to bed at a certain time. I stay up a little later, but she's like, do you have to listen to this while I'm going to sleep? I don't want to hear people getting abducted. I don't want to hear people being fucking, probed. I don't want to fucking watch ghosts possessing people before I fall asleep. And I'm like, I just got to get my fix in.
You know what it was with Dutch is the same thing. I was watching YouTube videos, but they were all the ones that were like narrated by like the text to speak, and it was like the robot. And she's like, I'm so tired of listening to this fucking robot bitch talking about alien task forces and fucking whatever you're listening to right now. Just shut it the fuck off, man.
Yeah. Go to sleep. God damn it. Hey, that's my wife's number one. Do they have to be so monotone? And I'm like, but it sounds good.
Well, I found this one specific channel that I went deep on. I was like running through all their videos, and it was the same. It was like somebody typed it all out into one of those translator things, and then just had their, like Jason does with his, he has that lady reading stuff on his show or whatever. I like it. What do you want from me? I like it.
Exactly. I enjoy it. That's what I like to do.
And that's at the end of the day, dude, it doesn't have to be a guilty pleasure. It's just a pleasure, dude. Like we're here to take it all in, man. Just take it all in. Because guess the fuck what, Ben?
Guess the fuck what?
Dude, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. The Angry Dad podcast drinking game. Because guess the fuck what? Take a shot. Because guess the fuck what? Take a shot. Dude, I love it, dude. I love it. I laugh in the car, man. Every time you say because guess the fuck what? I was like, there he goes. Yeah.
That's it. Got to go hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of trying to redesign some shirts for my shit and for my merch store, and I keep fucking saying I'm gonna do it, but it's like one of those things I always put off because I was like, I have a whole bunch of new logos for Angry Dad Podcast where it says "Guess the fuck what," and then I have all these different styles. I got an Amazon store now, and I keep saying I'm gonna put my everything because if you have a Prime account, it's free delivery on the shirt, so it saves fucking a lot. So I'm fucking. One of my next things to do is to make sure I get that Amazon storefront going because TeePublic is cool, but it's just the quality of the shirt sometimes just don't hit right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, luckily, somebody right in the heart of Tucson, Arizona. And I tell you what, look, it's not just because he's my friend. It's not because we have a coupon code with him or anything. But dude, I've got an official shirt for every day of the week, and they're just the most comfortable shirts that I wear. I wear them all the fucking time. I got 6 official shirts. I wear them all. Dude, I go to pickup one time for karate, and the guy that runs the karate place for my kids, he was like, "What is that?" Like, I see you wear that all the time. I was like, "Oh, it's my buddy's t-shirt line. Go to official.com and use this code or whatever." I don't know if he ever did, but I mean, that's what it's all about. Like helping our guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's how it goes. It's like I have like 5 official shirts. But the thing is I'm an abuser of shirts because I sweat so fucking hard every day. Yeah. I fucking from being washed. I have a long torso. Being 6'5", I have long legs, but I have an extra long torso. So as soon as typically 3 or 4 washes, they're crop tops to me. So I always try to make sure I hang dry them and stuff like that. But like. I go through shirts so fucking fast. And then, I cut every shirt too, so it doesn't matter. It just.
Well, yeah, I do notice that. Yeah. I was going to say, but meanwhile, I've got t-shirts that I had in high school, dude. I'm giving them to my oldest now. Like, I'm going through my drawers. I'm like, "Hey, you want this?" And he's like, "Oh, wow, that's cool." Because like my kid's going through this weird thing with music now to where like he's like coming into all the bands that I listen to because I'm stereotypical old man. My Spotify playlist is all the shit that I listened to 20 years ago.
Yep.
Because I used to do the record label in Chicago, so like I was really big into like the punk rock scene and the like indie rock scene in the late 90s, early 2000s, and that's all still the stuff I listen to. So when I pick the kids up and I'm driving home on Spotify, something will here, and then he puts it on his Spotify, and then next thing you know, he's got a playlist that's half of my playlist, and I'm kind of like, that's pretty fucking cool, dude, man. Maybe we don't vibe on movies, but you definitely like my music, man. And then like I'll tell them stories about stuff. I'll be like, oh yeah, me and your mom took your Uncle Jimmy to see them live, and they fucking open for blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh really? And then one thing leads to another. We start fucking bonding over that, and then we'll get home, and I'm like, I'll throw him a T-shirt. Hey dude, here's my Weezer T-shirt. I told you we went and saw them in '98 at Chicago Stadium or whatever. Here's a T-shirt. Oh my god, he thinks it's the coolest shit ever, dude. And it's got fucking holes in the armpits and fucking the shit's all cracked, but he don't give a fuck, dude. He'll wear it to school the next day, and he thinks he's hot shit.
And so
that's a proud dad thing for me, dude, because I'm passing that on to you, and now you're wearing my shirt and some shit, he's getting to be almost as big as me. Like that's fucking crazy.
Hey, we tell you right now, that's exactly it. It's like my daughter is exactly like my oldest son. He has his own thing. He's a fucking hipster. He likes everything opposite, and so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like he developed his own style, how he likes to dress, how he likes his hair, and his own style of music. Which I'm like, all right, cool. But my daughter, my younger son though, because my oldest son is 21 now. My younger son is 16, getting ready to be 17. And my daughter's 14, getting ready to be 15. But anything that I do, that my second oldest son, I'm a fucking loser. It just is what it is. You guys are boomers, and I'm like, that's not even my fucking generation. You know what I'm saying? He's like, exactly. He comes downstairs. He's a fucking boomer. He doesn't say fucking boomer, but he's like boomer, and then gets whatever's getting out of the fridge and goes right back up to his room. You know what I'm saying? His fortress of solitude, because he only comes out to eat and drink.
Oh yeah, mine are there too. Well, the older one, the little one, he's on top of me every. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I told you about that though, man. I almost became a dad of one. I was almost -1 kid last week. You know how I told you we got the family the Oculus for Christmas?
Yeah,
that son of a bitch, dude. Long story short, the little one made 18 purchases on the fucking Oculus, unbeknownst to me. Because listen, a couple weekends ago we went out. We had a little night at Top Golf. Y'all got Top Golf out there? So we went out. We had a little thing at Top Golf, and then like after it was done, we went to the upstairs to the third floor, went in the lounge, fucking stayed longer than we should. Shots were flowing, whatever. Came home 3 sheets to the wind. I fucking woke up, hungover the next day to him being so super loud right outside my bedroom door. And I'm like, what are you doing on that fucking thing? Take it off your face. But then, like you say, you wake up, my first instinct, I grab my phone, I see what time it is, whatever. And I'm sitting in bed and I'm dicking around on my phone, and I was on vacation that week, and I was coming off vacation. It was Sunday morning. So I'm like, let me check my email, see if anything's, hanging for tomorrow, and I can start getting in the mindset. And the first thing that comes up is Oculus store receipt. And it was from like 10 minutes prior. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then my email starts populating, and it just the entire screen, like 2 or 3 scrolls, was just Oculus receipts. And I'm like, what the fuck? I yelled his name as loud as I could, and you could hear a pin drop in my house. He ended up spending over $300 on in-app purchases that I still have not got back yet. But I'm like, you fucking stole from me, dude. Like, that's not cool.
Gonna catch these hands.
It's so fucked up too, because he's grown up with that shit. He's only 7. His entire life he's had devices. He's had iPads, he's had iPhones, whatever, and he's always asked. They're playing Roblox or whatever. Oh, Dad, can I get some Robux? Yes or no, whatever. Either way, I don't know what it was that struck him that he was like, "No, this is cool. I could just do this." Because it's maybe because it was virtual reality and he just lost a sense of what he was doing. He's in another world, I'm like, I'm so mad and I don't know what to say. I'm like, you just spent $300. That's grocery money for this week. I hope you can eat your shiny fucking rocks because you ain't getting any food this week, motherfucker. Like, what?
And I definitely know that feeling.
It was so bad. But then I feel, the dad shit, I felt bad for my reaction. I lost my shit on him. So then I got to go back. I'm like, listen, you're not out of the woods, but I am sorry for yelling at you. Go back to your fucking room.
Oh yeah, now my kids, pins and needles, like you said, you can hear a pin drop. When I'm upset, everybody will scatter. Everybody will, because like I said, they've seen me upset. they've seen me angry, and they've seen me do things to people that nobody should ever do to anybody. And so they're just like, no, I want nothing to do what happens when he's mad. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's just that's just how it goes. But like I said, I definitely having kids. It eventually happens, but it only happens once.
Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, he told me this was a week and a half ago, maybe a week ago. He told me tonight, he was like, I forget what he even said, but he was like, he was basically critiquing my parenting style. Like, I forget what we were even talking about, but he was like, he was like, you always yell at me, but you could just send me to my room. And I was like, bitch, how about you tell me, stop trying to tell me how to parent, man? Like, fucking come on, now go to your room just because you're being a dick.
Yeah. Guess what? I'm going to make you feel upset, sad, happy, and all confused by my parenting, because guess the fuck what? That's what you need. You need emotional distress to understand. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Now, guess what? You don't need to understand. You just need to know that you're in trouble. And this is how it feels.
Well, my little one is like the sensitive one. Like, he's very, I don't know what it is. He's very emotional. He's very sensitive. So like when I was like fucking flipping out on him, that was way more like people like, did you whoop his ass? And I'm like, no, I don't like to hit my kids, but like I let him know, like, dude, I am fucking beside myself with you right now. You essentially just stole $300 from me, Yep. And I mean, quick sidebar. I have this moment of clarity while I'm yelling at him. I'm like, when you were his age, you stole money too. This is like, this is called karmic debt, motherfucker. Like, you have no right to be mad at him because you did the same shit when you were his age. This is now we're even Stevens. Okay. Let him be.
That's it. No. That's it. And even with the even Stevens, my oldest son, he's out of school and working, but my younger son, he's, I always have to stay on top of him about his schoolwork, but he always gives me a hard time about like, you don't need to tell me to do everything. I'm like, no, I will. Plain and simple. Yeah. And he had let 2 of his grades slip, and they dropped down to just like barely an F. And I fucking was like, give me the fucking phone. I'm fucking mad as hell, upset as hell. And, he's fucking all like, he's all flustered. Like, I don't want to live under these rules, and these are your rules. I don't want these expectations. And I'm like, there is my house. You do as you're fucking told. You do as you're fucking told. But what ended up happening is my mom came over to visit for, my mom comes and stays the night at my house for like, 4 nights out of the month. She just comes down and visit. She lives far away. So she'll come down on her days off and stay for a couple of days. And I'm telling her and explaining to her what happened. And she looked at me and she goes, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. I did, because that was me. Like I said, I never graduated high school. I never finished any kind of schooling because I was literally too worried about running the streets. And so, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, you can't be getting on that hard. I'm like, oh, I came out good because I know how to work with these. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, like I use myself for an example like that too, because like I got no shame, dude. Like my whole thing is to make sure that they turn out good. So like I'll use myself as an example. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, because that's my oldest is in 6th grade right now and he's fucking up, dude. It's like Rikers around here right now, dude. Yeah. Like the old one's on academic fucking restriction, the young one's on behavior restriction. Yep. Like nobody's got any fucking devices in this house right now. It's super fucking quiet. Like it's nice in that regard. But I was telling my oldest, he's got a couple of Fs too right now. So he's on like academic, fucking restrictions. He's got nothing. And I'm like, dude, when I was your age, I went through the same shit. Like, do you understand? Like you take your tests and you pass your tests and everything's good. You're not stupid. You're failing because you don't turn in the fucking work. Exactly. Do you understand? I was you and I had to do 6th grade twice. And he's just looking at me with this dumb fucking deer in headlights look. And I was like, yeah, 2 times, twice. 2 times, motherfucker. Do you want to do that? And he's like, well, no. And I was like, yeah. Do you know how embarrassing that is when all your friends are a fucking year older than you? And you're like, yeah, I'm a dumbass.
And I'm the oldest kid in the class. God damn it.
Well, I did have kind of a nice basketball career once I got held back. Captain of the fucking junior high team. What?
That's it.
But I've got no shame, man. Like you said it, man. I tell him all the time, because like the one, he was like, what do you do? He was asking questions. What do you do for work? What do you do for work? Because he's like, I want to do what you do. And I was like, no, I don't want you to do what I do. I want you to be better than me. Like if you do what I do, I look at that as a failure, man. Like you need to fucking surpass whatever this is. Exactly. Like Dutch even asked me when we were having him. She's like, "Do you want to name him Do you want a junior?" And I was like, "Fuck no, dude. I am not branding my kid with that fucking path. Hell no.
That's
no,
it.
Nothing doing. He's gonna be better than me. Goddamn it, I'm gonna see to it."
And that's what we do, because that's the, like, my kids always, well, you got a good job. I'm like, the reason I have a good job is because I'm good at working hard. You know,
Yeah.
like my kid, my oldest son is old enough to realize where I used to work and what I used to do. I probably said this hundreds of times, but I used to work at a foundry.
I was gonna say down in the boiler room with Freddie.
Yeah, 100% bro. Like the most dangerous, craziest fucking shit. I had to get my eyelid peeled back from my eyelid because a piece of molten iron shot out of a fucking machine and burned my eyelid to my eyeball, and I had to get 2 skin grafts done. Well, and watch the whole fucking thing happen. I've had my fingertips smashed off. I've been stabbed straight through the sternum by a piece of steel. I fucking literally almost had 10 tons of molten iron. You remember when Terminator, all that iron started spilling out? Now imagine a fucking giant sky crane holding 10 tons of molten iron, that exact same stuff, fall right in front of you. And somehow, some way, I had the reflexes to jump out of the way and hide behind a 1-inch thick diamond plate shield and keep me from being completely smothered in molten lava and just being dead.
Dude, my palms are sweaty right now just visualizing this, man.
Oh,
I used to work at a pipe factory when I was like in my early 20s, and I thought that was bad, but like hearing this shit like this, like that times 10. Because I had some pitfalls too. Like I almost died a couple of times at work, which is crazy to think. I'm getting up to go to work, and I'm not a cop, and I'm not a firefighter, but I can go to work and I might die today.
Yeah.
But I used to work on this machine where we'd have to put the pipes together. Like it was like a big conveyor belt, and one would be going you'd have to couple them together so they'd go through the machine together. Yeah. And there was this foot lever to speed up the one behind, and you had to time it just right, but you had to hold it almost until it got there, and then let your hand go. And there was this old timer Tyrone, and we all wore gloves and shit. And then one time it was lunchtime, and Tyrone took off his gloves, and I noticed Tyrone didn't have a fucking thumb, and I was like, "Damn, how long you been working on that machine, player?" He's like, "Oh man, it's been a long time." Yeah, he fucking starts wiggling the nub. I'm like, "No, I'm quitting tomorrow, dude. No, I don't want to do this shit, man."
Hey, I'll tell you right now, working at that fucking foundry, bro. I put years in there, man, and it was 6/12 was the minimum time. So 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and so a lot of times I'd end up working almost 18, 20 hours a day. And I actually had a couple of 24-hour shifts where they needed someone to cover. So I literally didn't sleep for a whole fucking day doing this fucking insane ass work.
Yeah, but, I mean, definitely not ideal for hostile conditions,
at all. But hey, it would be so hot in there. It would get almost 140 degrees on the inside, because you got to remember molten iron is 3,500 degrees, and then it's oven, and people would literally pass out. And so I'd have to pick people up, take them to a cooling station, tell the boss hey, this guy passed out, go take care of him, and then walk back to my fucking job. And it would happen at least once a day. I'd have to pick somebody up and literally fucking firemen carry somebody out the fucking door to a cool spot so they can cool down from heat stroke, because that's how hot it would be in there, bro. And we're not just we're full fucking fire suit gowned up. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was the most craziest job and I ever had. Like I said, somebody died, and because somebody died, that's how I got in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of those jobs where you had to know family or know somebody to get in. They had an explosion. It was in the news. Somebody died. So I went in the very next day and asked for a job. And the security guard tells me, he's like, "Oh, if you can ask for a job after what just fucking happened," took me straight to the fucking HR office and was like, "Hey, this guy just asked for a job." Oh, okay. They called someone over, literally gave me a quick tour, didn't even fill out an application, went straight to the position. You see it was you know how strong a 1-inch diamond plate is, right?
Yeah.
All right. All this diamond plate's wobbly where we're at. He's all, "That's where it exploded. That's where the guy died. That's where you work." And literally, I took that guy's position.
Hey, timing is everything, right?
Timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I was 18, just had a baby, and
You
needed
got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly it. I was like, I needed a job. I needed the money. I took the opportunity, and I fucking put in fucking years there. I got a fucking. I'm glad I was able to walk away from that job, bro, because that job, like, from seeing people work there, it's like, this is not the place to fucking end up. This is not the place I want to retire from, because this shit is fucking brutal. And everyone's a lifer there. That's what everyone can tell me. Oh, once you pass probation, that's it. You're here for life, because the money catches you in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of those jobs where they pay you by the week. And so your check would be that much bigger because you didn't take that much taxes out of it, because you were getting paid by the week and not by every other week.
Sure.
And God fucking damn, man. It literally took them to figure out a way to lay me off for me to quit, because I kind of was getting sick of it. So I got my commercial driver's license. And when they I was in grooming to be a shop steward. I was in grooming to be a safety coordinator. I was in grooming to take these high-end positions at this job. But no one liked the way I rocked the boat. And because I didn't shut the fuck up and keep shit to myself and keep my mouth quiet, I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm making a difference. And because I made a difference, they found a way to get me out. So I didn't take over those positions, because once I took over those positions, nobody could tell me anything.
Dude, I feel like that's me right now. I've been getting groomed for this position for years, man, and it didn't go my way. Like, that was a big portion of ending HT NOS, was like, I was like facing like this like big like career shit, and I needed to focus and all that. And I mean, like, long story short, it didn't go my way, but like, I'm the guy walking around that, like, I'm supposed to be the next manager, and I got like fucking the molecular structure for DMT tattooed on my forearm and shit, like, so I'm like, is this playing into this? Like, I asked my boss's boss, like, I asked the big director before I went and did this. I'm like, is this gonna have any bearing? And he's like, no, enjoy your midlife crisis. And I was like, all right, cool, I guess if we're good, but But it's the same shit though, dude. Like, you feel like you're on this path, and then like you do or you say shit. Cause I mean, you know how I am, dude. How I am talking to you right now, this is exactly how I am with my people at work. Like it works for some people, and for some people it doesn't. You know?
That is what it is. Cause because I used to be in the back end of Costco, so it didn't matter what I looked like or how I talk. But now that I'm still off work, but when I go back to work, I'm the face of the front of the store now. And now it's like, they can't fire me and they can't let me go because they hired me like this. And they're just like, because Costco is like, no neck tattoos, no arm tattoos, no face tattoos, no none of these. And I'm like, it's too fucking late. I'm already in. You guys fucking hired me. You know what I'm saying? My beard is thick and luscious, and this is how I fucking look. You know what I'm saying? I wear shorts and short sleeves. Like, one time they had asked me to cover up my neck, so I took a red rag and fucking tied it around my neck, and I walking around the warehouse like that, and they were like, you know what, never mind, you don't need to do that. We don't need gang affiliation being showed off here.
Oh yeah, shit, especially over at Oaktown, dude. Come on, man.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, it was fucking hilarious as fuck, because they took one look at me and they were like, never mind.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah. And like I said, my job's a union job. I'm a fucking teamster, bro. So fucking, so I got my shit on lock. Something that I grew from that last job is being in the union, being a teamster, and the importance of it. But like I said, not everyone's a union person. Not everyone agrees with the politics and terms. But I agree with the protection of the employees, and I fucking 100% stand for it. I know how to protect myself because I've been through the union process. I've been through contracts. I've been through literally protecting myself by talking the right words. And, and that's why I've always stuck with it, because I've had a couple of times where the jobs were like, oh, we're going to fucking fire you. I'm like, no, you're not. And they're like, huh? What do you mean? I'm like, guess the fuck what?
See Article B.
You know what I'm saying?
Bylaws.
And that's how that fucking goes.
Pull out your monocle and shit.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what retaliation is? The paperwork of all these write-ups you gave me.
Yeah.
And that's how it fucking goes.
And guess the fuck what?
And guess the fuck what?
Man, I love you, man.
Okay,
Thanks for asking me to come and talk to you tonight.
Oh no,
man.
thank you for coming on, brother. I appreciate your time because I know it's fucking late over there because it's about to be 7 here, so that means it's like fucking almost 10 over there, I believe.
It's about to be 10. It's about to be 10. You know, you got me playing on a school night, but that's okay. It's the off week for creatures, so
You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
you know, we're good, but yeah, I love to talk with all of you guys. I mean, like I said in the beginning, man, I'm glad that you still think that, you know, I'm relevant enough to fucking have on, because like I know I stopped my show, but I didn't stop, being in the mix, like I'm still. When I told you when you came into the circle, I was like, dude, like I always viewed it as a big deal, because it's not like we're just sharing each other's shit on the internet. I mean, that's part of it, but like the way I look at it is like, would I want to have dinner with this guy and his wife? Like would I be friends with this guy if we don't even talk anymore? Like if I just turn off the mics and like we don't even talk, like would we be friends? And I mean, like you definitely fit the bill, man. So anytime you want me on, man, I'm here for you, man. We can talk about all the crazy shit that our kids did and fucking, the other. We could transcend reality. We could do whatever you want, man.
Everything. Don't worry. There's plenty of podcasts to go around, because you know what? All I do is make fucking content.
Hey, somebody's got to do it, man.
You know what I'm saying? So guess the fuck what? This is the real Wutzke everywhere. So make sure you go fucking follow him. Check out Creatures of the Night. All that bullshit. I'm the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch my shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to it? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. I'm also part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network. That's the InnerCirclePN.com. And you know what? We have shows as Creatures of the Night, The Hood Diner, Untrained Eye, The Plunge, Failing Hollywood, Simmons and More podcast. Shit happens when you party naked, and it's so fucking hot the internet can't contain it. So it's on Patreon at Team Elmy. Make sure you go check it the fuck out, and we'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Always living.